Yellow lights off. Doug Clark watched them as they come through turn 3. Try this one more time. We're green. Up front, Shane Stewart. That Melton Trucking 9S takes the number 1 spot. John Carney down on the inside. That RF Fisher Electrical 86 running second. And that Advanced Draperies 36 of Doran Doty in the number 3 spot, running 4th. Mercantile Bank 5G of Brett Golick. You race for this number 1 spot. Carney on the inside. Down low takes that number 1 spot in that Carney and Sons Construction 86. Stewart drops to the number 2 spot. That STP Melton Truck Lines 9S. The top 4 will tag the tail of the C main. Doty and that Kenton and Janelle Reed sponsored 36. And we got one over, an end over, the youngster out of California, David Fowler in the 24 over. The fire crew there quickly. We're back green. John Carney, that number 1 spot. Shane Stewart running second. Doran Doty in the number 3 spot. Brett Golick in that final transfer. Doty challenging for that number 2 spot. Greg Wilson, that's 7C, works the inside of Golick for the number 4 and final transfer. Golick on the cushion, up to the challenge so far as they head into turn 3. Now Golick to the bottom. Wilson goes up top. Your leader, John Carney, that RF Fisher Electrical 86, running second. That STP Melton Truck Lines 9S, Shane Stewart. That Moose Magneto, Terry's Auto Service 36, Doran Doty still in number 3 spot. We're 4 down, 4 to go. Pat Moore now in that 2X, that Real Wheel, Moore Motorsports 2X, trying to close in, running in the 5th spot. We're only taking the top 4. The Amico C feature. Carney still out in front. Stewart and the 55R smoking. Jeff Rice. Carney closing in on Rice into that 3rd turn. John Carney, no trouble at all. He'll be looking at the white flag when he comes out of that 4th turn. Shane Stewart in that number 2 spot. Doran Doty running 3rd. Now in the number 4 and final transfer, Pat Moore moves in that number 4 spot. Checkered flag winning the first last chance race out of Ozawaski, Kansas, John Carney.
In the 27P, Judy Bates on the inside in the 121. Ronald Laney in the 52 running second. Here comes the 29 of Tim Baker. The 57C, Troy Parsons working the inside, turn 3. Your leader working off the turn 4, the orange 27P from Vale, Patrick Burke. Ronald Laney out of Humble, Texas, charging in second position. Judy Bates running 3rd, the Pennsylvania driver. Troy Parsons, the 57C, holding down that final transfer spot. Working on lap number 2 under the scoreboard. And off turn number 4, Patrick Burke. Ronald Laney charging to the inside. Works on the bottom, trying to go up to the top side. On the binders, Burke, the 27 car. Laney in the lead as they work down the back chute, turn 3. Judy Bates still holding on to 3rd. And Troy Parsons, the 57C. Your race is at the front as they charge off the 4th turn. It's still Ronald Laney in the 52. Now Patrick Burke drops to the bottom side, trying to repay the kindness from the lap before. Not this time. Laney holding on as they work down the back chute. Troy Parsons now working in the 3rd spot. Judy Bates, the 121, holding on to the final transfer. Brad Furr in the 2F is running 5th. Brad ran running with us here last Saturday night, his first trip to the historic half mile. You see the 52 of Ronald Laney as he works down off 4th turn under Doug Clark's green flag as we work on lap number 5. Burke still holding 2nd, working way up top on the cushion. Troy Parsons still in 3rd, and Judy Bates in the 121 holding on to 4th. Watch Laney under the Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum building and down the back chute. Burke in the 27P, chased by another orange car, the 57C of Troy Parsons. Judy Bates, here comes Brad Furr, gets white flag lap. That's your race for the final transfer. Judy Bates is working in 4th position as they work under the white flag. Your leader, still Ronald Laney, the 52 car. He's working off turn 4, looking for the twin checkered flags from Doug Clark.
Brooke Tatnell, Andy Hillenberg, Joey Saldana, Gary Brazier, and Mark Kinzer. They pick up the pace, reach the chalk stripe side by side. Doug Clark waves the green flag on heat race number 1. Jake Peters out to the early lead. Here comes Brent Kading on the inside in the 12. Look at Andy Hillenberg work the outside of the speedway in the STP Deuce. It's Jake Peters in front. Larry Neighbors running 2nd. Kading is 3rd. Hillenberg up to a transfer spot, runs 4th. Brooke Tatnell 5th. Then Mark Smizer, Mark Kinzer, and Joey Saldana. Mark Kinzer now on the bottom of the speedway in the Morgan Williams Durst 5M. Looks to get around Mark Smizer. He has the 5M now up to 6th. Andy Hillenberg, the man on the move in heat race number 1. He's already up to 2nd in the STP Deuce. Here comes Brooke Tatnell in the Kelly & Associates 7. He's up to 3rd. Now Mark Kinzer works into 5th on the inside of Brent Kading off the back straightaway. Still Peters and Hillenberg, then Brooke Tatnell. Larry Neighbors being challenged for the final transfer spot by Mark Kinzer. Kinzer slides up to the middle of the speedway, takes over 4th. Now looks to the inside of Tatnell down the back straightaway. Mark Kinzer has 3rd. Here comes Gary Brazier in the 1AU, works to the inside of Larry Neighbors. He's up to 6th. Needs to pass 2 more cars to transfer in a battle for the lead off of corner number 2. Andy Hillenberg in the STP John Christner Trucking Deuce takes it to the high side in 3 and 4. Hillenberg takes over the lead. Peters back to 2nd. Mark Kinzer up to 3rd, and Tatnell runs 4th, about to get a challenge from the 1AU of Gary Brazier. Joey Saldana still working back there in 7th spot now. Needs to get a move on if he wants to transfer. Mark Kinzer to the outside of Jake Peters down the front straightaway, and the driver from Olynyk, Indiana has 2nd. Brazier battling Brooke Tatnell through 1 and 2 for the 4th and final transfer spot. Seven laps down on the field. Hillenberg in front, Mark Kinzer 2nd, Jake Peters 3rd, Brooke Tatnell 4th. Mark Kinzer trying to close in on race leader Andy Hillenberg as he works the cushion in turns number 1 and 2. Hillenberg brings the field off of corner number 4. Doug Clark waves the white flag. One more trip around the half mile here at the Knoxville Raceway. Battle for the final transfer spot with an outside move down the front straightaway. Gary Brazier briefly into the position, but here comes Tatnell sliding back up in front of him. Brazier gets the spot off of corner number 2. Meanwhile, picking up the win in heat race number 1, Andy Hillenberg. Mark Kinzer crosses the line 2nd. Jake Peters comes home 3rd in the 4th and final transfer spot to the 1AU of Gary Brazier.
Point program. Well, tonight no one can have a perfect point score because Andy Hillerberg just messed that up. Ready to go now. 10 laps. Front row, Matt Morrow, Bobby Allen. Picking a pace up, looking good. Green flag from Doug Clark. Oh, 4 deep in turn 1. Johnny Herrera on the move on the inside quickly. Matt Morrow has the lead. Bobby Allen falls off the race now for second. Herrera still comes through the field, takes over 4th. Bobby Allen hangs it down low to the inside as Johnny Herrera goes around the outside. Matt Morrow's out there by himself. Here comes the 15 car, Donnie Schatz. Down the back straightaway, Donnie Schatz takes over 4th. In the 15, the 51J of Jameson running 5th. Matt Morrow, Johnny Herrera, Bobby Allen, Donnie Schatz, Ryan Jameson. Down on the inside comes number 70, Cal Landis out of Arizona. Johnny Herrera goes to the front. They moved that groove clear up to the outside. Johnny Herrera, 95 track champion here at Knoxville. Morrow stays up on the high side. Donnie Schatz on the move, running 3rd. The race for 2nd place as Schatz comes down to the inside, takes over 2nd. Morrow goes back to 3rd. Bobby Allen hanging on to 4th. Cal Landis now running 5th. In that 6th spot, the number 1 car, Brent Antill. Well, by feature time, they're going to have an entire track. Bobby Allen down low, having problems. Brent Antill comes up into 4th. The final transfer spot, Cal Landis up on the outside, goes into 5th. Bobby Allen dropping back. Johnny Herrera all by himself. Donnie Schatz running well up in 2nd. Matt Morrow 3rd all alone. And Brent Antill running 4th. Cal Landis 5th. Bobby Allen back into 6th. Running 7th is the 7th car of Travis Whitney. Herrera basically on home grounds right now, well out in front the 2nd qualifying heat race. Donnie Schatz still hanging on to 2nd. Now a race coming for 3rd and 4th. White flag will be coming out next time around. A white flag for Johnny Herrera. Donnie Schatz running all alone in 2nd place. Brent Antill in 3rd. Matt Morrow back to 4th. Cal Landis running 5th. Bobby Allen's had a problem back in 6th spot. No transfer. Donnie Schatz up in turn 3 and 4. Donnie Schatz running all by himself in 2nd place. I didn't see how it started, but that's Donnie Schatz.
Fourth turn. We're green, 3rd heat. Got Mobile 1 8 in, Danny Wood in the number 1 spot down on the inside. On the high side, that Viper 3, Daniel Cogshell, works back to the inside, down the back chute, taking that number 1 spot. Now Wood back on the inside, going through 3, side by side through 3 and 4. Cogshell on the high side now takes the number 1 spot. Wood running 2nd. Getting a challenge now on the inside, that Mac Tool. 19, Stevie Smith moves into 2nd. That Zemco Speed Equipment 1P